We got a live stream in progress. Hi, everybody. MJ here, drinking coconut water, not juice, not milk, water. Big difference. Need those electrolytes. Did some exercise, man. Just walk around the neighborhood. And we're live, and I'm going to go to the stream now so I can see the comments. There you go. Guys, how do you like my new thumbnail, haha. Yeah, I'm gonna turn that off, turn that down. Okay, great. So this is actually a very convenient way to live stream now. Takes the heat off my phone. I'm looking at the Simple Mart flyer today. Thought I might give you guys an idea of what stuff costs here. Hey. MJ's regular programming resumes. Yes, it's Thursday, but I usually don't live stream in the afternoon. How you doing, Jim? Fist bump. I just did a walk. Excuse me, I don't know why I've got this. 2 days ago, I set out to walk down completely to the end of the main part of the industrial park. It's about, I don't know, 1.5 kilometers, not that big of a deal. And I couldn't do it. Hello, Kenrod Fist Bump. How you doing, man? Hey, it must be late there. Wow. Yeah, I couldn't do it. I started getting heart palpitations, and my heart rate skyrocketed to like 150. And I was like, "What's going on?" I sat down. I'm like, "Man, oh man, I am getting old." And when I look at pictures of myself lately, I realize, yeah, I am getting old. Ugh. But what can you do about it except persevere? You guys, by the way, I'd like for you to follow just after midnight. Oh, that's not too bad. What time you have to work tomorrow? I want you to follow Ken Rod. He does these, you know, it's not like when I upload like a live stream or something, you know, it's going to be an hour or 2 hours long. Ken Rod's content is, even the long form is short, but he gets right to the point. And he talks about coffee and some other things in the area, and he introduced me to several places around where he lives in San Antonio area. And there's a town that I want to visit now because I know about it. Helotes. And I'm sorry, but you know how my mind works, right? Off for 3 days. Hey, that's good. That's nice. That's not bad. I often think about how things get names, like Uniqlo, the store. And I'm sorry, Ken, but Helotes. I can see some guys, you know, the town fathers sitting around. Dave, how you doing? Fist bump, good to see you. All right, thanks for joining. I can see some guys in Texas sitting around going, well, we need a town that, you know, we want to welcome people. So why don't we name the town Welcome? Another guy goes, no, it's not a good name. Let's name the town Hello. Because you can say that easy in every language, and it's easy to spell, and you know, it makes signs real quick, right? And so somebody said, well, okay, we'll take a vote, and they voted on it, and they all approved it. So when the guy went to tell the clerk, he says, what's the name? He says, well, Hello it is. Reminds me of the story of the name for Uniqlo, you know, that Japanese store, you know, UNIQLO. How did that name get there? I don't know. You know, the Asian language, right? We say la and lo and stuff like that all the time, you know. They'll go like, hello la. Even typing, I've been in like Chinese, I've been like in Taiwan chat rooms dominated by Taiwanese that were speaking English, and they would go, hello la, and they would say stuff like, yes la. I love Uniqlo also. But I can just hear that discussion going on in Japan. We got to have a name, and it's got to stand out. It's got to be, you know, it's got to be Uniqlo. Somebody told me in the record business years ago that Sony was named by the owner because he loved he loved a song called Sunny Boy or something like that. So the name's got to be Uniqlo. Yes, Lo. Anyway, but I was telling the story about, walking around and having these PVCs, right? And that sucks, man. I was sitting down on a bench, I was going, man, what's going on? I'm like this old guy now. So I'm like, and I did do some, exercise bike work 2 nights ago. I skipped it last night because I was really super tired. But then I walked around today and started having the same thing happen to me again. Helotes means ear of corn in Spanish. You can learn a lot from the names, right? So obviously that was a popular food in that region. Maybe they even grew it there. That's cool. Because like where I live is Huco, and that means mouth of the river. Don't ask me what river. The Tochen River borders Jubei. Actually, there's a small river down that mountain road that I have been wanting to pan for gold for a long time. Every time I drive by, I tell my wife, I got to get my gold pants, go down there. But today I was walking and I was getting the same thing, but I didn't take the Energizer that I usually take. There's an Energizer supplement. It's a tablet. It's recommended by Dr. Sears. It's from, I thought it said Brazil on the package, but I had completely forgotten about this. I've been taking this for a long time, right? It does have, uh-oh, here comes the ambulance. That's not good, because he just went the other way 20 minutes ago before I started the live stream, and he was going pedal to the metal. And he passed right by here and took a left, and now he came from the other way, so he must have went down there and then just circled around. It's easier to turn around. And he's leaving with the lights and the siren on, so nothing good can follow that. Hate that. Anyway, yeah, I love people so much when stuff like that goes wrong. It just makes me feel bad. I hate it. So I'm walking today and I was thinking that I felt better than the last time. But the last time I had taken that Energizer, and on the label, it says it contains enough caffeine for like 2 standard cups of coffee. And I'm like, oh, what an idiot. Coffee gives me PVCs. If I want to make myself really sick, like where you think that you're going to die, yeah, I do too, and I rely on it all the time. If you want, like to make yourself, if you want to make somebody think that you're going to die, if I wanted to do that, I would just go get a large coffee and just down it. And within 20 minutes, I would have so many drop beats, I'd have to lay down. And the thing is I actually have done that. I had a large iced coffee at Starbucks about 4 years ago, and it's the last one I had. I never drank a large coffee after that ever again. And it was terrible. I'll tell you guys about it if you want to hear it, but it was terrible. But the heart monitor, yeah, I like it too, because it checks for AFib. Although we don't have, we're not in the United States, so we don't have the same kind of US FDA backed functions. It says it regularly checks for AFib, but I don't know if it does or not. And I can't join this program. Now, I've never been diagnosed with AFib. I've never had any kind of fibrillation that I am aware of. What I have is premature ventricular contractions. Usually anything ventricular is bad. If you have ventricular fibrillation, without intervention, you have a very strong chance of dying. So that's what these athletes have been dying of, the myocarditis. The myocarditis, they first get ventricular tachycardia, and then it turns into a fibrillation. Anyway, I can't even think today. So when I got to the point where I had to sit down yesterday, I actually was in better shape. And I just continued and went all the way down, and I sat at the far end of the industrial park for about 10 minutes, played around with my Pocket 3, and goofed around with it. And then I walked back, and I feel a lot better. But let me just show you, because on all my watch faces, I have here, let me see if I can do this. I'm turning face tracking off for a second. I can turn it off just by doing that. On my watch, I always have the EKG and the heart rate icons set. So at any point in time, on every watch face that I have, so any point in time, I can do this. Any point in time, I can just tap it, and go directly to EKG because I need to, and heart rate. So for right now, it's going to measure right now. It was 91 a few minutes ago, which is a little high, but I was walking around, and I'm outside and talking. It's 100 right now. But now look at this. The range today was 57 to 142. When I was walking around, it was 142. Now 142 seems kind of high, but I'm an old guy and I'm not in the greatest shape I used to be. But this is interesting. My resting heart rate is 58, and that's really good. So my average walking heart rate is 126. So that's okay. I'm getting good exercise walking. And now I'm drinking some 100% natural coconut water, not juice. 100% water. So Ken says, for those of you who can't read the comments, Ken says, I got an Apple Watch so I can be able to use it to help me wake up without my hearing aids. He said, without my hearing aids, I can't hear the alarm on my phone. It vibrates my wrist. Yeah, that's a really good thing. And the other thing I like about it too is you can set a separate alarm for the watch and the phone. The phone can ring the watch, but often the watch just rings itself. I'm not sure exactly how that works, but you can tell Siri to, wake me up in an hour, or wake me up at 10 o'clock, or whatever you want. And it won't make the phone ring, but it'll make the watch ring. But either way, yeah. That's not a bad idea, actually. But what I don't like about the Apple Watch is I can't silence that ding for notifications unless I silence the entire watch. I don't know why they don't do that. See, with Android, you can select individual ringtones for whatever it is that you have for notification. For example, you can make your messages notifications sound different than email notifications, or like Line or YouTube or Facebook or whatever. Each one of those apps, you can make a separate noise. So when it goes, doo-doo-doo-doo, it's a message, it goes, woo, woo, or whatever it is, something else, right? Apple Watch doesn't allow you, and the phone, as far as I've been able to see, doesn't allow you to select individual tones. And what I used to do was the ones I didn't want to get bothered with, I set it to none. And I was expecting to be able to do that. Every time my phone gives me a notification, it goes ding. I just want the haptics, but I still want Siri to answer me. I still want other sounds, and so, yeah. There's not enough customization, in my opinion. That's the only thing that I don't like.